Hello and welcome to our presentation of the Shop Operations mobile app developed by Central Nervous Systems. We will be referring to this app as the SOM app throughout the video. The purpose of this app was to make sure that we can have our manufacturing orders processed in a real time while capturing real actual times that is spent by operators on each of the operations they are working on. In the meantime, having a limited access of shop floor operators to the MISys user interface, very specifically to the manufacturing orders where quantities and any other information might be changed. By limiting this access to the manufacturing orders, we provide a more controlled environment for the manufacturing orders. So how does this app work? Well, the first thing to know is that for the app to work, we have to have the shop floor control module employed in MISys, where our manufacturing orders and hence our bill of materials have operations with assigned work centers. Also, it is important to note that the shop operation mobile was not originally designed to work with serial lot tracking. However, there is a work around this, and I will mention that and try to explain that briefly at the end of this presentation. So for the main purposes of the Shop Operations mobile app, what we have in our system is two manufacturing orders, both of which have operations in their routing tab and materials assigned to those operations. Again, one thing that will be needed for us to be able to use the Shop Operations mobile app is to have barcodes that represent first the employee ID, which then the app can go and check against the MISys database to validate the person that's scanning into this job is a valid employee within the MISys database. However, the app does not hold on to this license. It is only a momentary check. Once the ID is validated, the license is released immediately. A second barcode we need is for the MO number, and the third barcode we need is for the operation. So for that, there is a report we have custom built, which we can customize further depending on the client's needs. We will refer to this as the manufacturing order shop traveler. As I said, the three scans, which I will refer to as the triple scan, the first one is the employee's credentials, and that is usually on a badge on the employee's coveralls or whatever they might be wearing. The second barcode here, representing the manufacturing order number, and separate barcodes for each of the operations in the manufacturing order. The employee is able to use this paperwork to scan into the job they're going to be working on. So with that introduction, let's take a look and see how the SOM app works. This app is a web-based app, meaning it can run on any web-enabled device, a phone, a tablet, a laptop computer, a desktop computer, doesn't really matter as long as there is internet access. And it works from any web browser, Chrome, Safari, whatever the web browser might be. So the employee approaches the tablet, the station, and clicks on MO Shop Operations. The first scan of the triple scan is the employee's credentials. So they scan their badge, and the SOM app goes and validates that and checks that, yes, this is a validated MISys user. Next thing they scan is the MO number. And you will notice that I am actually typing these and not scanning them, but it's the same idea. So once the MO number is scanned, the app automatically recognizes the MO from the MISys database and tells us what is the order quantity, the completed quantity, and the quantity remaining. And finally, as the third part of the triple scan, we scan our operation, and now we know in that operation what is the order quantity, what is started, what is completed, and what is the quantity remaining. Once the triple scan is complete, a start time button appears, and all the employee has to do is click on that start time and walk away. As you will see, the app has reset itself for the next employee to come and scan their time into the app and then go work on that operation they have logged into. It is also possible for employees to log into multiple operations. Maybe I am working on two jobs at the same time. So let's have Arda, our employee here, now log into MO1127, and he happens to be kitting. So he's actually performing the kitting operation for multiple jobs. As soon as I logged in, you were able to see in the bottom here the MO1126 telling me, hey, you are already logged into this job on this MO, and you've been tracking time since 6:17 at 10:22. Now I can click start time, and automatically I am logged out again. Now the system is tracking my time in two separate manufacturing orders. Once I am done with my work, or maybe it is the break time, I am able to come here and log into either of those jobs, doesn't really matter which one, and I can have the app log out both of them for me if that is what I want. And that is usually the case when it is for a break. So you will notice as soon as I do the triple scan, the employee credentials, the MO number, and the operation, two fields appear. One is for me to enter the quantity that I have completed with this operation, and the other is a button to end the time and complete the quantity. So let's say that I have completed 3 pieces on this MO, and I click end time complete quantity. I am given an option here to end the time in other jobs or just end the time in this job. If I hit cancel, it'll end the time only in this job. If I hit OK, then it shows me every job that I'm logged into, MO1126 kitting operation, MO1127 kitting operation, and asks me, okay, how many have you completed in each operation? And maybe I've completed 3 pieces in the first manufacturing order and 1 piece here. I can enter those quantities and click complete, and the app automatically goes and ends my time in both of those manufacturing orders, as well as completing for those quantities on those operations. This information is immediately updated in MISys in real time. So once I am logged out, it resets the screen again, and I can now go into MISys and open that manufacturing order or those manufacturing orders, go to the routing tab, look at the kitting operation, and I can see that quantity started is 3, quantity completed is 3, and if I scroll a little further to the right, I will see that 1 minute has been recorded as the completed runtime. And if I go to MO1127, same idea, kitting operation as the first operation, quantity started 1, quantity completed 1, and the completed runtime was actually less than a minute, so it's 0.4937. And this way, as the production supervisor, I am able to have a real-time management of all the manufacturing orders on the floor, which MO, what operation has been started, what has been completed, how much time has been recorded. These are all under my purview and under my control now. Another important thing to be careful with is employees that log into jobs, however, at the end of the shift, they forget to log out. And we don't want that clock to run continuously through the night. So let's say that this employee once again comes back after lunch, goes into MO1126 and logs in, starts their time, and then completely forgets to log out at the end of the day. As a process in place, we need to make sure that my production supervisor or someone in a supervisory capacity has login credentials for the SOM app, where they can go into the login menu, which we refer to as the admin menu. They can log into the admin menu, and they will be able to see all of the operations under MO Shop Operations admin menu, all of the operations in each MO that the user forgot to log out. I can actually change this time and log them out. If I try to put it to a time that is earlier than the clock in time, I will receive an error. It does not allow me to enter an earlier time, but I can enter a later time and say complete one piece here and end time. This way, Arda had logged in, but he had forgotten to log out on his own. He left for the day. And I, as the production supervisor, am able to log him out based on his paperwork or any other information. Equally, I can actually say, I'm just going to complete his time and we'll enter his quantity later because maybe he didn't inform us of the quantity that he has completed. That is also possible. So that is the standard operation of the SOM app. Like I said in the beginning, SOM app was not designed for serial lot tracked items in mind. However, there is a workaround that. It is to make sure that our shop traveler has been modified to allow my employees to record serial or lot information for each item they're using on this paperwork. If that is recorded, then what we can do in MISys is in each of our BOMs, so effectively in all of our MOs, we would have a final operation that is named whatever you want to name it. I usually refer to it as lot assign. And there can be a dummy work center that I can assign this to. I don't know, let's assign it to QA testing for now. And it has really 0 time. We don't have to worry about any of the time. So these will be all set to zeros. And what I am doing in this operation is assigning lot numbers. If I don't have whip tracking turned on, even though these 3 operations in the beginning have pulled items that are lot numbered or serialized, MISys is not asking for their lot numbers when I am pulling them into whip when the operation is starting. That is, if the whip tracking is disabled. However, because the items are lot tracked or serialized, at the completion of the last operation, MISys will ask for that information. By creating this dummy operation here, I'm allowing myself to enter all of the related lot or serial information at this last step, at which point I would have access to the paperwork with all of the lots and serial numbers that were recorded by the shop floor staff, and I can enter those in and have the SOM app work for serial lot tracking items as well. So this is how our serial SOM app works. I hope you found this to be an informative video, and please feel free to reach out to us at Central Nervous Systems if you have any questions.